Hello, my name is Emmanuel Devane, and today we'll be talking about why LeBron is the greatest NBA athlete ever, over Jordan, of course, but not for long. Even soon, he in the coming years will be considered fodder. Now, when we talk about LeBron versus Michael Jordan, I'm not understanding why it's still an argument logically, not including rings, because one, I feel like that encompasses your team's ability as well as the individual player, which is not what we're talking about. We're talking about player versus player. Who do we think is better? And in every statistical category that is kept with the NBA, LeBron is beating Jordan. Now, a lot of many people would say this is a longevity stat, just because LeBron has been playing since he was in high school and he was 18 and he's now approaching 40, making that year around 22 or 23 for him. However, I don't think that discredits his abilities nor what he's done at all. If anything, it amplifies it because most NBA players, once they pass about 34, 35, they start to decline. But LeBron's decline has been very slow, and for some, it's even equivalent to some players' peaks. Even now, at 39 or 40 years old, LeBron is averaging 16, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, borderline a triple double, on his way out of the league. Not many other people or players can say that. Now, many might try to discredit LeBron by attacking his character as far as like his clutch gene or being a dog and getting hard and gritty wins. But that doesn't take into account the amount of talent and the disparity of the talent that LeBron has seen compared to Michael Jordan. For instance, Michael Jordan's third ring, his only competition in that game against the Phoenix, or in that series, excuse me, against the Phoenix Suns was Charles Barkley. Great player, but in no means capable of defeating the Bulls with Michael Jordan and his supporting cast as well as his coaching. Versus LeBron in his third ring or his third finals appearance, going to see Dirk Nowitzki, or even later in his career, him going to see Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, arguably. Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers, if not the best scorer, at borderline 7 foot tall of his time. And Klay Thompson as well, another one of, if not top three greatest shooter of all time in NBA history. So you have to take into account these things because they matter. So I say that to say, while Michael Jordan's influence is undeniable and what he's done for the game is monumental, as far as shoe deals, being a two-way defensive and offensive scoring shooting guard who can jump out the gym and pull up from the mid-range and post up. You can't discredit LeBron whatsoever. If not, you should use Michael Jordan's legacy to amplify what we think of LeBron. As LeBron has played through three different eras of basketball. He played in the early 2000s where it was a little more physical and dominated. He played in the early 2010s where fouls were getting more called more often and advanced play sets became a thing more so that we saw. And he's still playing now where the three-pointer is king and the floor is spaced and you have big men who are 6'9" and above that will pull up from three but also take you to the rim and dunk on you. And he is still thriving. Now, I say that to say, since LeBron has been in the league, we've seen the talent amongst or around the league grow exponentially. Um, the tallest point guards, or the average height for point guards slash shooting guards in the NBA, is the tallest it's ever been in the last 40 seasons, with the average guard being 6'6". And that means something, especially comparing to Michael Jordan's time where the average was around 6'3", 6'2". Granted, that only being 3 to 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches is a big difference in the game of basketball. Basketball is a game of inches. You can miss a game winner by an inch, etc. But I say that to say, in the near future, as the game continues to grow, even people like LeBron and Jordan may be considered fodder in the near future. We see players dropping 40 balls or 40 points in a game like it's nothing on a random occasions. We see the game scores of NBA close games being the highest they've ever been in the last 30 years. There's many things to consider, but we should all appreciate the growth that the game has made and is making on a day-to-day basis. And in order to appreciate what we've had in the past, we have to look at what we have now and acknowledge that things have changed and the game is harder. 20 years ago, or if the Spurs, or excuse me, if the OKC Thunder played NBA champions from 20 years ago, it wouldn't be close. And that's not discrediting the old generation at all. If anything, it's giving them props for helping the younger generations know what to improve on and how to make the game better and doing it. So in conclusion, LeBron is the GOAT, but not for long.